Hi learners, welcome back to Curious Commerce. Today we are going to learn one of the foundation concepts of financial management called time value of money. This concept explains why money today is more valuable than tomorrow's money. This topic is very important for generally for the examination purpose, investment decisions, banking, corporate finance, and all other allied finance areas. Time value of money. Let me start with a simple question. If someone gives you 1 lakh today or 1 lakh rupees after 1 year, which one will you choose? Once again, I will repeat. If someone gives you 1 lakh rupees today or 1 lakh rupees after 1 year, which one will you choose? Obviously, 1 lakh rupees today, right? Why? What is the reason? Because money today can be invested somewhere else in investment alternatives. We will save the money or earn interest. This logic leads to the principle money has time value. That means 1 lakh rupees today is worth more than 1 lakh rupees of tomorrow. Let us discuss with the interest concept. The word interest has two meanings. The first meaning is interest means curiosity or eagerness to know something. Once again, I will repeat. Interest means curiosity or eagerness to know something. The second meaning is interest means a feeling of wanting to know more about something or the extra money paid or earned on money borrowed or invested, depending on the context. Once again, I will repeat. In short form, interest means extra money paid or earned on the money. In financial management, we always use the second meaning, that is, extra money paid or earned on money. Let us say the definition of the interest. Interest is the additional amount of money paid by a borrower to a lender or earned by an investor for the use of money over time. Let us understand the concept of interest with the small example. If you lend 10,000 rupees and get back rupees 11,200. If you lend 10,000 rupees and get back 11,200 rupees, the difference between the lend amount of 10,000 rupees and the get back amount of 11,200 rupees is 1,200 rupees. That 1,200 rupees we called as in the interest. What is future value of money? Future value of money is the value of money held presently at some given future time at a given rate of interest. It means what will today's money become in the future? What will today's money become in the future? If you interest money today, after some years, it will grow, right? If you invest money today, for example, if you invest 1 lakh rupees today in any financial alternatives or investment alternatives, after some years it will grow, right? In general conditions, that the grow amount is called the future value. For the understanding purpose, the simple equation future value of money equals value of the money at present plus interest. If you want to know the future value of the money, first we should know about the interest, the additional ground amount. For that calculation, we are using the two types of the interest methods. First one is the simple interest. The second one is the compound interest. Both are used to calculate future value, but the method is different. To optimize the earning capacity of our investment, we are using sometimes the simple interest, sometimes the compound interest. Let us discuss one by one. So, what is the meaning of the simple interest? Simple interest is calculated only on the principal amount. Once again, I will repeat, simple interest is calculated only on the principal amount. Here, interest does not earn interest. It means that interest only on the principal amount. Interest remains same every year. It will be constant in every year. For calculate the simple interest, we are using the formula simple interest equals money borrowed or lent at present. We represent it with the P, that is the principal amount, the interest rate, that is R, the time period T. In simple version, simple interest equals P into R into T. It means simple interest equals PRT. Once again, I will repeat simple interest equals principal into rate of interest into time duration. Formula for calculate future value and the principal on simple interest basis. Future value equals principal plus PRT. It means that the simple interest. Future value equals here, if you observe, the common factor is the principal and as well as the principal. That's why we consider the common factor of the principal amount. The remaining will be 1 plus RT. Future value is equal to principal into 1 plus RT. For calculate the principal, it is future value divided by 1 plus RT. Numerical example for simple interest calculation. The problem will be calculate simple interest and future value of an amount of rupees 1 lakh borrowed at a simple interest rate of 12% per annum You should calculate the future value and simple interest for 6 months, 1 year, second year, 1095 days, and 90 days. Here we should understand what will be the future value and what will be the simple interest in each situations of 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 1085 days, and 90 days. First we should tabulate the available information, the amount borrowed, that is we call as in the principal amount is 1 lakh rupees. The interest rate per annum, that is 12%, that is 0.12. Time period in years, that is T, that is for the first situation for 6 months it is zero point 0.5, half year, 6 divided by 12, that is 0.5. The simple interest is principal, that is 1 lakh, into rate of interest 0.12 into time duration, that is 0.5. The interest is 6,000. In the second situation, the principal amount will be same, that is 1 lakh rupees. The interest rate will be same, that is 12%, that is 0.12. And time duration is different compared to the previous situation. Previously it is 6 months, now it is 1 year. The 1 year means the time duration is 1. So if you calculate with applying the formula of simple interest, principal 1 lakh rupees into rate of interest, that is 0.12, that is 12%, and the time duration is 1 year, that is that 12,000 rupees. For the second year, the same, the principal amount will be 1 lakh. The rate of interest is 12%, that is 0.12. Time duration is the 2 years or the 24 months. So there is 2. When we apply the formula of simple interest, principal 1 lakh rupees into 0.12, that is the interest rate, and the 2 years of the duration, that is T, that is the available calculated the simple interest is 24,000. For the fourth situation, 1095 days. 1095 days means 1095 divided by 365, that is 3 years. The principal is 1 lakh, interest rate is 0.12, time period is 3 years. When you apply the formula of simple interest, principal of 1 lakh rupees into 0.12 of interest rate and time duration of 3 years, the calculated simple interest is 36,000 rupees. In fourth situation is 90 days. 90 days means, so it is 0.246 if you observe 90 divided by 365, that is 0.246. When you apply the formula of simple interest, 1 lakh into 0.12 into 0.2425, that is 2,959. So observe, previously also we quoted the simple interest remains constant in every year. If you identify the first year and second year, it means that the end of the first year and end of the second year and end of the third year. The first year interest is 12,000, second year is 24, third year is 36. So if you split the second year into first year and second year, once again it will be 12,000 plus 12,000, 12,000 plus 12,000. It means that, so the total is 24,000. And the same way, if you consider the third year, it is the total is 36,000. So if you split into three parts, the first year, second year, third year, 12,000 plus 12,000 of second year and plus 12,000 of third year. So it means that it is 36,000. So let us discuss with the future value, because we already calculated the simple interest in different scenarios of 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and the 90 days. So here we calculate the future value of money. We already know that for the future value of the money, so the formula is the principal plus simple interest. For calculate the simple interest, we know the formula, that is P into R into T. It means that the principal amount into rate of interest into time duration. We already calculated the simple interest in the previous slide. That is 6,000 rupees in the first year. Sorry, 6,000 rupees in first 6 months, 12,000 rupees at the end of the first year, 24,000 rupees at the end of the second year, 36,000 rupees at the end of the third year, and only the 2,959 at the end of the 90th day. So now we should calculate the future value with using of the formula principal plus simple interest. We know that the principal for all the situation is 1 lakh rupees. So here the principal amount for the first situation for 6 months, the principal amount is 1 lakh rupees plus the simple interest of 6,000. The total is 1 lakh 6,000. The 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh 6,000 rupees is the future value. The present value of 1 lakh 6,000 rupees is 1 lakh. The future value of 1 lakh rupees is 1 lakh 6,000. On the same way, at the end of the first year, the principal amount is 1 lakh. The simple interest at the end of the first year is 12,000. The summation of this two, 1 lakh plus 12,000, that is 1 lakh 12,000 rupees, that is the future value with using of this formula. In third situation, the principal amount is 1 lakh and the simple interest is 24,000. The summated it, 1 lakh 24,000 rupees is the future value. In fourth situation, it is 1,095 days. It means that the 3 years, we already know that. So the borrowed amount or the principal amount is 1 lakh rupees with consideration of the simple interest. At the end of the third year is 36,000. The summation of the principal amount plus interest, that is 1 lakh plus 36,000, that is 1 lakh 36,000 rupees is the future value. For 90 days, the same type of the calculation. There is no changes in it. The principal amount of 1 lakh rupees and the simple interest at the end of the 90th day is 2,959. The future value is 1 lakh 2,959. So here it is easy to understand the present value and the future value, the thing we call as in the time value of the money. The present value of 1 lakh rupees after 6 months, it will be 1 lakh 6,000 rupees. That is the future value of today's 1 lakh rupees. Today's 1 lakh rupees at the end of the first year is 1 lakh 12,000 rupees. Today's 1 lakh rupees at the end of the second year is 1 lakh 24,000 rupees. Today's 1 lakh rupees after 3 years it is 1 lakh 36,000. After 90 days, today's 1 lakh is 1 lakh 2,959. So this is the formula for calculate the simple interest. So this is for the simple interest and this is for the future value of money. Compound interest is the interest which occurs not only on the amount originally borrowed or lent, but also on the interest accrued previously but not paid or received. Compound interest is interest calculated on principal plus previous year interest. So here, interest earns interest. In simple interest, interest earn only on the principal amount. Here, interest earns interest. That is why compound interest give higher return compared with the simple interest. Formula for calculate the compound interest and the future value of money. Compound interest equals future value minus money borrowed or lent at present. Whereas future value equals money borrowed or lent at present represented with P into 1 plus interest rate whole to the power of T. It means at the time period. The simple version is future value equals principal amount into 1 plus r to the power of T. Therefore, for calculate the principal amount, the formula will be so future value divided by, that is the future value is divided by 1 plus r to the power of T. For calculate the future value, the formula will be principal into 1 plus r whole to the power of T. For calculate the principal amount, future value divided by 1 plus r to the or 1 plus r whole to the power of T. Whereas FV means future value, P means principal amount, R means rate of interest, T means time duration. Numerical example for calculate compound interest and future value of the money for the amount of rupees 1 lakh rupees borrowed at an interest rate of 12% per annum for 6 months, for 1 year, for 2 years, for 1095 days. What we discussed previously related to the simple interest. For understanding purpose, for easy understanding, I make it as a tabulation. The amount borrowed, that is the P, that is 1 lakh rupees in each situations. The rate of interest per annum is 12%, that is 0.12 for all the situations. Time period, that is T, that is half year, 6 divided by 12, that is half year. So 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. The future value equals, when you calculate the future value, we should know about the compound interest. We already know that the compound interest formula will be for calculate with respect to the principal amount. FV is equal to, it means that the future value is equal to principal into 1 plus r to the power of T. The principal amount of 1 lakh rupees into 1 plus r, the rate of interest 0.12 to the power of T. T means 0.15, that is 5,830. So that is the compound interest of 5,830. So 5,830 plus the principal amount, that is the future value of 1 lakh rupees. Today, after 6 months, it is 5,830. On the same way, for 1 lakh rupees principal amount, 0.12 as the rate, rate of interest, and the 1 year duration. For 1 year, what will be the compound interest, that is 12,000 rupees. The future value of the money is 12,000 plus 1 lakh, that is 1 lakh 12,000 rupees. In third situation, so the principal amount of 1 lakh rupees and the rate of interest is 12%, that is 1.12, and the term duration is 2 years. At the end of the second year, what will be the compound interest and what will be the future value? So here, so the 1 lakh rupees, that is principal amount, 1 lakh into 1 plus 0.1 0.12 to the power of 2, that is 2 years. Time duration is 2, that is 25,000 for 40. In the case of the future value, so that is, so 25,000 for 40 plus 1 lakh rupees, that leads to the future value of 1 lakh 25,000 for 40. In third situation, for 1095 days, it means that the 3 years, so the time duration is 3 years, the rate of interest is 0.12. So with using of the formula, the compound interest, the principal into 1 plus r to the power of t. So with using that formula, the calculated compound interest at the end of the third year is 40,492. So 40,492 plus principal amount of 1 lakh rupees, that is the future value of money is 1 lakh 40,492. Here, if you compare with the same example previously what we discussed, if it is the simple interest of 12%, the interest will be constant for all the years. Like for end of first year it is 12,000 rupees. For the second year, at the end of the second year it is 24,000. At the end of the third year it is 36,000 rupees. But here the interest rate is more compared with the first year. And the same way, if it is the interest is more in third year compared with the second and first year, it means that the compound interest always changes from one year to another year. Generally, it grows more compared to the simple interest, but the simple interest always constant. But in the case of the compound interest, it is not constant. It is increasing from one year to another year or one period to another year because interest is calculated on interest also, not only on the principal amount. Now we will discuss about the present value. The present value of money is today's value of tomorrow's money. That is the difference between the future value and interest for the period between the present and future. The present value means today's value of future money. Future money is always discounted. It is always discounted. That's why we should know about what is the present value of the money. For calculate the present value of money, we are using the formula present value equals future value of the money minus interest. And symbolically, PV, that is present value, equals future value divided by 1 plus r to the power of t, that is related to this portion. The numerical example for calculate the present value of money. Calculate the present value of rupees 25 lakh, 30 lakh, 40 lakh at the end of first year, second year, and third year, respectively, at an effective interest rate of 12% per annum. What is the present value of 25 lakh, 30 lakh, 40 lakh at the end of first year, second year, and third year? Already they are given the future value, that is 25 lakh, 30 lakh, 140 lakh. The time period also they are given the first year, second year, and third year. The interest rate they are given the 12%, that is 0.12 for all the situation. So in the case if you want to calculate the present value, you should identify the tabular value for the present value of rupees 1 lakh receivable at the end of the nth year. It means that the first end of the first year, second year, third year up to n years. So that tabulation possible to download from the Google or from make it as a photocopy from any financial management textbook. So if you identify the table of present value of rupees 1 receivable at the end of the nth year, in the table if you identify the 12% interest rate, for the first year it is 0.8929, for the second year it is 0.7972, for the third year 0.7118. On the same way up to n years they are given the values. With respect to that value, that is we called as in the discounting value. This value we called as in the discounting value. With respect to that, so this value we multiply with the future value amount, we get the present value of the money. That is we using of present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus r to the power of t. So on the same way for the year second, on the same way for the end of the year third. The next concept is annuity. Annuity means a series of equal cash flows at regular intervals. For example, salary, pension, EMI, systematic investment plans, and others. The equal cash flow, there is no changes from one period to another period. It's constant. It will be same for n number of the durations. In that situations, if you consider the any example what I quoted previously, like the salary, pension, EMI, and SIPs. If you want to calculate the present value for that type of the cash flows, so the formula will be E divided by R into 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus R to the power of n. With using of this formula, and the same way with using of the tabular values given in the table, we should calculate the annuity and as well as the present value of the cash flows. For example, the numerical example, determine the present value of an annuity of rupees 1 lakh rupees receivable for 5 years at an effective rate of interest at 12% per annum. It is very simple with using of the tabular values for the annuities at the end of the textbooks of the financial management, or if you downloaded the all the tables of the time value of money. In that case, if you identify the annuity table, so what is the end of the fifth year? What is the value for that? If you identify, and the basis of that, it is possible to calculate the present value. So for the 5 years, and the tabular value is 3.605 with multiply with the principal amount of 1 lakh rupees, that is 3 lakh 60,500 rupees. That is the present value of an annuity. Thank you all. So for daily updates about the finance and financial management, just go through the channel of Curious Commerce Financial Hub in WhatsApp. And the takeaway of this discussion is money has time value. Earlier money is more valuable. Compound interest is powerful compared with the simple interest. Present value helps decisions. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to Curious Commerce. Thank you.